we got a module here that's going to be plugged into your OBD2 connector port. I do have a couple of precautionary things that I want to go over, so make sure you stay here to the end of the video. We're also going to do a test drive to see if this actually works, and then I'll cover that then. But basically, if you'll see here, it says AFM DFM, which is active fuel management or dynamic fuel management. Some of us know it as DOD, and that's not the Department of Defense. That is displacement, demand on displacement, or displacement on demand. Either way it goes, it's GM's poor attempt at trying to put us into a gas-saving world with these V8 trucks, which is totally crazy to me because I got a V8 truck because I want a V8 all the damn time. I didn't know at the point in time when I got the Tahoe LTZ that it was going to do that, and at first it seems like a wonderful feature, but we all know by now, or at least some of us know by now, it's hell on our valve train, the lifters and everything else. And most of these engines have a trouble time making it past 200,000 miles. Fortunately, thank God, mine is currently sitting at about 380,000 miles on the original 5.3 cast iron block GM engine, and I don't know how much longer it's going to go. So I said, you know what, maybe I pick this up. It gives me a little bit more of a lifespan because now I won't have that inactive, deactive state, but I don't know. But I am prepared with money set aside to replace that engine if it goes out. But like I said, stay tuned because we're going to do a test drive. We're going to actually see how this works, if it works, and we'll see that on our display. So let's go ahead and take this drive, plug this baby in, and see what happens. So this is the port we're going to plug it into, but first we're going to go on a drive with its regular state. Now, what we'll do is, don't mind that tire pressure monitor light. We're going to switch over to where we can see the deactivation and activation of the cylinders. And so you just need to press up there till you get to right there, economy, V8, 0 miles per gallon, kind of telling you that and what mode it's in. So we're gonna drive a little bit and then I'll pull over and we'll plug up the immobilizer, basically is what it is, and see if that actually does anything different than V8, V4 mode. So I hate saying V4 mode, it doesn't even sound right to say it, but I always start my truck up, let it warm up till I see it come off 160 or even up to 180 or so. So let's go ahead and take this baby for a drive. And there we go, we switched to V4 mode from V8 mode, V4 mode again. And there is your DOD AFM DFM activation, V4 mode again right there. And then back to V8 mode. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna plug that immobilizer in and see what happens when we do the same thing. And try to do this with one hand. And there we go, we got some lights going on. So we're gonna wait for those lights to settle. And I believe when it settles here, it's ready. So now let's start it up and take the ride. And we got all these lights on down here now. All 4 lights are on instead of just the one light, and the one light now is on that we're at a complete stop. So I don't know exactly what that means, aside from maybe all lights on means it's activated to keep it from going into V4 mode. So let's see. Yeah, still nothing. So 372,000 miles, my apologies. But yeah, fuel mode is not something at the forefront of my mind in this truck. It's just trying to make sure it makes it to as long as I can make it until I have to replace this engine. Definitely hit V4 here the last time, and we're not hitting it now. So I would say that the immobilizer is working, because right about now at this RPM and speed, we would have hit V4 for sure by now. And we're not hitting it. We're still in V8 mode. So we're gonna give it just another mile or so, maybe quarter mile, 3/4 a mile. I know in this stretch we hit V4 at least 5 or 6 times. So I would say it's pretty proven that it's at least immobilizing. To what degree is what my concern would be, and that's what we'll talk about once we get back to the toolbox. So not so bad. Now, these are my concerns about this unit, okay? First off, I'm not really big on blaming mechanically inclined people about grammatical errors, but there are a couple on this write-up, but whatever the case may be. I am concerned that possibly, just maybe, plugging an unofficial unauthorized component into your diagnostic port, which could lead to ECM damage, or maybe this goes bad and you get a high current situation and it fuels through the lines and then fries your ECM or fries some electronic component in your truck that might render your car incapable of being driven. That's one of my concerns. The other one is this actually really functioning to a point where mechanically there's a big difference? Now, I know we didn't see the 4-cylinder to V8 switch after plugging this in, but I would like to see this on a dyno or with a mapping system plugged up while driving to see if we actually are getting the mechanical lockout of the 4-cylinder straight to V8, or is there still something going on mechanically? Now, of course, you should know that there is a DOD, DFM, AFM real delete where you order the whole kit. You got to take your engine, top part of the engine apart, I believe, the cam changes, lifters change, several other components change to really get rid of that whole system that's still installed there, while this one is electronically claiming to just immobilize it. There's a way to mechanically change your engine so you just get rid of it. What I am planning to do is, once this 5.3 reaches its limit of capability and working, I am going to order an entire long block that already has the DOD, DFM, AFM delete in it completely, doesn't even have it, comes like that. And I'm looking for around 400 horsepower to upgrade that. So that's going to be my overall solution. I'm a little hesitant to plug this in again and just continuously use it, but maybe. So you make your decisions. Down below in the description are product links and or other links for things that I used to film today's video. So maybe it works for you. Maybe it doesn't.
You kinda like Face at the end of the flick. The world was yours and you died on the shit. Wolfpack gang all over this bitch. Taking over YouTube, running that shit.